He's doing up his boots. What a performance he had on Wednesday. Somebody, when you watch him play, it's just got natural ability and natural talent. They need to get him on the ball because he can be really, really effective in those wide areas with creating goals and scoring goals.
They are a real threat at set pieces, be it free kicks, corners or long throws. Danny Collins has come up from the back. He's been a regular goal scorer this season. Of course, Solihull MOORS will be keeping a close eye on Campbell. Nodded over the top in the end by the returning Ademola Oluwa.
Well, they're going to be a threat from set plays, and I said that right at the start of the game. You cannot afford to allow too many of these opportunities. They've got quality, there for the Freeman, right for the Hartigan as well.
Some little battles like that all over the pitch. It will be about who wins their duels, and that was a mistake by Keeley, who did well on the edge of his own box to keep that out.
Did really well. It's an issue that Barnet sometimes do struggle with that ball over the top, but he came out really, really well. Wasn't necessarily the best kick, but his awareness to use his chest there. But when it...
swinging over this time, he did a bit of everything on Wednesday night. Brilliant game, and that is a super goal! Clark heading it in. What a start this is for Solihull MOORS. Barely 6 minutes gone, and Andy Wing's side have taken the lead. That was not in the script, but these are the playoffs. The script usually goes out the window, and it has done.
Well, what a start for Solihull MOORS. No reaction really from the manager. He still knows there's a long way to go. Jamie Osborne, I call this a goal ball, because the minute it leaves his foot, it's there to go and be attacked. James Clark has done that brilliantly. I think as a defence, you'll be disappointed. Maybe a shade that he may have run into an offside position. However, it's still a quality header. To head it across the goal like that, brilliantly flighted ball. They don't go with the run-up. What a start we've got in this game.
Magnificent header from James Clark. Now, was he offside? That's the question. He's not. One or two teammates were. I think it's a good decision to keep that flag down. What do you think?
Yeah, it was. I think it was Alex Whitmore that was the player that was in the offside position, but he wasn't really...
Bombardment. There's a long time to go yet. Jordan Cropper is about to fling in another long one. He's such a useful weapon, the long throw, and it's another enormous one from Jordan Cropper. And this time there was a foul. So Solihull MOORS get the free kick. Is that Whitmore down?
Yes.
2-2.
It'll be a big loss in terms of his quality and his experience as well.
Another missile from Jordan Cropper coming up. Relatively short one this time. He's keeping them guessing. Freeman back to Hartigan. Gorman or Kimo. Barnet having to be patient. Here's Kanu. Will take on Ben. Freeman's chip's a good one. Collins couldn't get on the end of it. Here's Gorman. It's over the top. Barnet getting better all the time. That will be on air from 2. Here's Osborne, good ball that. Stevens is in, and it's 2-0 Solihull MOORS. 3 goals in 3 games for Jack Stevens. Andy Wing's side in the driving seat now. It's been all Barnet in the last 10 minutes or so, but they've been hit by the sucker punch. Jack Stevens on target. It's 2-0 Solihull MOORS hit.
I'll talk about a timing of a goal, and what makes this goal even better, it takes a horrendous bobble just before he strikes it. Osborne's there again. It's a perfectly weighted through ball, and it just bobbles up slightly. But they've been on the back foot, and then all of a sudden you get yourself a goal against the run of play when Barnet have found themselves back into this game. It's a brilliantly ball that's bobbling away there. and it's a good side foot finish. It's a controlled finish into that corner. Stun the home fans here.
Jack Stevens was voted Moors Young Player of the Season. Collins finds Akimo. Kanu taking on Ben again and getting the better of him this time. Idris Kanu's cross, Kabamba! Oh, what a chance that was for Barnet. Just the sort of opportunity that he gobbles up. Not this time though.
Finally, talking about moving the ball quickly, you get Kanu against Ben in these one-on-one situations, and I'd certainly favour the number 11 for Barnet to get these kind of crosses in. It's a difficult technique, it's a difficult finish there for Nicky Kabamba, even of a player of his quality.
Over early. And of course, if they were to get to Wembley, there would be a fitness doubt. There's Campbell. Barnet have been caught a little square here. It's Campbell. He drove it into the near post. Keeley kept it out. Just switched off there.
A little bit there. I mean, that's what...
Akimo will try and keep it alive. There is the half-time whistle. Solihull Moors have been messed about a bit in the last week or so. Opponents changed, schedule changed, but they've kept their razor-sharp focus. They continue to confound their critics. Goals from James Clark and Jack Stevens give them a 2-goal cushion at half-time in this National League semi.
Back to, funnily enough, Solihull Moors when they played against Fylde. When you think about other teams like that, they do sometimes have these moments where they've had the extra rest, but it doesn't work.
Lost his footing. Mistakes all round. Solihull bring it forward with Newton.
What they have a couple of times on that left-hand side is when they do double up against Idris Kanu. He just lays the ball back to Akimo with that left foot of his, but the delivery hasn't been good enough when it goes in from the centre half. And these Barnet players will need to give the fans something to get themselves going. Early chance, early opportunity to set the tempo in this second half going forwards.
Here's Clark, still in need of a safety pin or two. Stevens. Lovely little flick. Look at the space that Joe Newton has got. Plenty of time to measure up across. Barnet head on it. Freeman couldn't quite bring it down. Osborne nips in. Still controlling things from the middle of the park. Jamie Osborne scored a fantastic solo goal to clinch things on Wednesday night. Sabara, deflection on it. To be a goal kick. Not much Campbell could do with that one.
What you can feel is every time that Solihull Moors
tough games so far. Dean Brennan's Brentford still got it in them to turn this around. 30 minutes left in the 90 as Tyree Shade comes forward for Solihull Moors, looking for a third and what would surely be a killer goal in this tie. It's Sabara, he's in, vitally important save, Campbell, it is 3-0 and Solihull Moors absolutely delirious. The game plan has worked to perfection today for Andy Wing. They've soaked up all the pressure and done all the damage on the counter-attack. Tavon Campbell getting the third. Surely it's Moors heading to the promotion final now.
Well, they've just scored goals at the right time in this game. And again, they've just come up with another timely goal. Barnet have had a lot of possession, a lot of ball, but lacking any real quality. And they've just slowed the play down. It's a great run there from Sabara. It's a clever run. But what they do is they don't give up on it. Campbell, just make sure you hit the target with a bit of power. Just takes a little deflection on the way through. Kanu on the line, can't do anything about it, but talk about momentum changing in the game. What a moment that is for Solihull Moors.
Now Barnet have won 24 points from losing positions this season. So, the other end, Kabamba trying to get in. Just blocked the attempted clearance of the goalkeeper. It's Idris Kanu. It's probably a little too wide for a shot. Campbell will challenge for this. In fact, he goes down. Once again, there's nothing doing for Barnet.
Early enough.
Sabara. Oh, that's a good ball. Campbell chasing. Keeley once again very keen to come off his line. I was saying a little earlier that it was a controversial decision to give him the slot ahead of Walker, but he's very good with the ball at his feet. Might be in action here as Tyree Shade comes forward for Solihull Moors. It's over the top. It's going to be a corner. Could have been so much worse.
Yeah, that should have been fought. Just getting caught to the back now, Barnet, and Campbell comes through. Just a little bit of a heavy pass. Danny Collins just makes that little touch that takes it over, but that should really, the position they're in.
I think collectively Barnet were really knocked out of their stride by the opening goal from Solihull Moors. And here's Tyree Shade, he's in. Could they settle it with a fourth goal here? It's Shade. It's a comfortable save in the end for Keeley. The neutrals vote, weren't they, on Trophy Finals Day? And the Solihull Moors, like it or not. A lot of sympathy for Gateshead around, of course, understandably so. Nice little backheel from Campbell. Solihull Moors could finish this with a fourth. It's Joe Sabara, he's onside. Sabara to seal it! It's four! The icing on the cake for Solihull Moors, who are on their way to Wembley twice in a week. A 4-0 victory at the Hive. Outstanding performance from Andy Wing and his players. They have blown Barnet away. The 4-0 does not flatter them. And somewhere at the bottom of that pile of celebrations is Joe Sabara, who has just confounded Barnet misery with Moors' fourth goal.
Oh, it's just completed a perfect day for Andy Wing and Solihull Moors. They have been sensational today. 4 goals against a Barnet side, and they've had 2 or 3 these opportunities now. Well, they've gone through on the counter, and Barnet have just left themselves exposed to the back. It's a tidy finish there from Joe Sabara, who's had a difficult season, but he's come back in just at the right time and just finished off a perfect away day for Solihull Moors that find themselves now in a promotion final.
Yeah, Sabara's campaign didn't start until January, didn't kick a ball till December. Not quite as influential as in seasons past, but still a delightful player. Wembley coming up. I'm sure they will prioritise the promotion final. The second piece of silverware will do nicely too. What an incredible display from Andy Wing and Solihull Moors. 4-0 winners at the home of second place Barnet, who were blown away today by the underdogs, who got the tactics absolutely right. 2 goals ahead at the break. They added 2 more in the second half through Campbell and then through Joe Sabara. And their small travelling contingent of fans have been wonderfully rewarded here. Solihull Moors in terrific form. 8 goals scored in the postseason already. They have shown that they will be a match for whoever wins tomorrow's second set.
Yeah, most definitely, Dan, and I'm talking about a great performance, one of the best player performances I've seen in a long time. When you talk about professionalism, when you talk about handling the occasion, they did that on Wednesday, and they absolutely blew away a Barnet side that made them look so average. But when you're talking about individuals, you look at Whitmore, you look at Clark, you look at Osborne, you look at the front line, the work rate they did without the ball. This is not a fluke, this is a result that sends a message to Altrincham and Bromley, who play tomorrow. But congratulations to Solihull Moors, finding themselves in a promotion final.
Commiserations to Dean Brennan and Barnet but it's Moors Day. Solihull Moors are winging their way to Wembley, and don't they love it? Promotion finalists for the second time in 3 years. They have recorded a historic 4-0 win here at Barnet in the playoff semi-finals. An incredible performance and a thoroughly deserved win. Wonderful scenes of celebration here. Let's go to Matt and the boys down the touchline.
Thank you, Dan, and of course to Vergs. There's a little huddle with Dean Brennan and the Barnet players, but the embraces at full-time told the story. Really, they knew, and I'm sure would willingly concede they were thoroughly outplayed. That's the biggest away win in the history of the National League playoffs. That tells you something. Solihull turning it on just when they really needed to, and they are clearly the other side of the coin to that moment of reflection. And I'm sure a bit of gratitude from Dean Brennan and the staff for an excellent season, but it's another one for Barnet in terms of playoffs across Football League and National League that has ended, sadly, without the desired result. Luke Darrart, impressed?
Just the attitude towards defending from Solihull. You look at them, it was a lot of out-of-possession stuff, and the work rate from all of them was intense, and then you see the last goalmouth opportunities, the energy to go and put their bodies on the line. So yeah, huge credit to Andy Wing, to Solihull, and yeah, look at the celebrations, it's class.
Macca, I mean, you couldn't argue at all about the result here.
No, absolutely not. They like Luke said, you know, defensively they were outstanding, but in attack as well, they made the right passes at the right times, and when they got their opportunities, they took them, and that's what you needed in a game like this.
Let's hear from man of the match and one of the goal scorers, James Clark and Jamie Osborne with Becky.
Oh, the scenes down here, Matt, are unbelievable. Look at your fans there. How are you feeling? Was that just a perfect day from start to finish?
Yeah, I think unbelievable from start to finish. Like you say, I think for 90 minutes we deserved the victory. I think we got some early goals, and I think we was always going to score more. There was a threat on the break. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before we scored 3 or 4, and we've done that and put the game to bed.
Well, James, you got it off to the perfect start within 6 minutes, but all the goals, I feel like the timing, 26 minutes on the hour, 89, just perfect. Crucial timings?
Yeah, I think so. We know Barnet is such a good team, and we know we got threat as well. We knew if we kept them quiet today, we had a real chance of scoring a few goals, and luckily we put 4 away today. We've been clinical, and that's what's got us over the line.
I have to ask, are you okay? I swear I saw your shoulder pop out.
Yeah, I think it was out for a couple of minutes, but the physio team here are all right. Just give me a few paracetamol and crack on.
Honestly, playing through that pain barrier, amazing. But look, you're going back to Wembley. Now, you didn't get to play in 2022. Is this redemption?
Most definitely. Look, at the start of the season, we weren't sure what was going to happen, where we was going to finish. We was written off by a lot of people outside the football club, so it's just fair play to everybody at the football club, staff, players, fans, everybody. It's been an unbelievable season. Hopefully we can finish it off the next 2 weeks.
Twice in 6 days as well. You're going to have to get comfy at Wembley.
Yeah, we have to stay down there. I mean, me and Ozzy have had a little say in all season, by any means necessary, and we've done that so far. We've got to do that 2 more times.
And finally, Bromley versus Altrincham tomorrow. Firstly, are you going to be watching?
Yeah, definitely. We might have a drink tonight, but yeah, we'll be watching tomorrow and see who we're up against. But whatever happens, it's going to be a tough game. We know that, so it's up to us to perform on our day. We can beat anybody.
Amazing. Go celebrate. Well done. We'll see you at Wembley.
2 proud boys. Yeah, just to reiterate, Jamie Osborne suspended, couldn't play in the last Solihull playoff final against Grimsby at Upton Park, but he, Clarkey and all the Solihull players will go to Wembley twice in a week. First for the playoff final, and then for the FA Trophy final against Gateshead, funnily enough. But that's how we stand. We'll reflect.